Okay team, we're going to go ahead today and test out or run Metasploit 2 so that we can then go exploit that server. So I already have downloaded Metasploit from their website using their guide. Okay, and now I have the Metasploit running in a folder and I've got it ready to go. I've already installed VM software, virtual machine software. I'm going to go ahead and open up Metasploit, and again using the rapid7.com, which they're ones that developed or continues to develop Metasploit, using their information to do that. So right now Metasploit is booting up. And I prefer to use VMware instead of Oracle's virtual machine because it seems to be less bloated. Pretty much bare bones. So right now it's opening up all the different services. And this will include our web server we're going to attempt to exploit with a lot of different exploits. So I am just going to wait here just a moment more. Now we are going to use ifconfig to get the address, the IP address of this server. But we could easily also try to look for it on the local server if we wanted to, but that was not that's not part of the scope of this tutorial. So we got almost done. And we're going to use the Metasploit login that they have right here. It's MSF, as you see on the screen over here to my right behind it. It's MSF admin. And then, like any good password, is the same as the username. That's the sarcasm comment there. Oop. There we go. Now we have root access. Let's get the command to get the IP address. There we have it right there. And now I'm going to press Control and Alt at the same time so I can toggle between my already up Kali. Go ahead and log in. Okay. Now we're going to utilize Iceweasel to show that this is running right now. So we're going to go 192.168.148.133, and I can just say port 80. Port 80 is any kind of internet anyway, but let's just say it wasn't running on port 80. We'll just stick with this right here. And there we have it. That's the server's running right now, and it's ready to start being tested for exploits, for web exploits. We'll move on to exploiting or finding vulnerabilities using Nikto. Just a reminder, we have our Metasploit 2 server, test server running. We're going to go to Applications, and we're going to go to Vulnerability Testing in the Kali Linux lab. Vulnerability lab, and then we're going to go ahead and type in, make this bigger, and type in Nikto. That gives us everything right there. But specifically, we had the host of our previous, so we're going to go Nikto, and then we need to do the host of the person. Now, by default, Nikto goes to port 80. But we can specify the port too if we wanted to, as shown right here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just press the window key I'm going to grab since we have the IP right here, let's see what we find when we go back. Okay, pasting in that IP, cleaning it up a bit, running. Well, let's see what we found. Okay, so there was one host tested, but the information we gave it, it shows that it's running an Apache server 2. That looks like an exploit we can take care of. Oh, the server is out of date. Not good. Looks like we can just dig through the directory. Okay. It looks like there's other exploits that we can take advantage of, as far as it says that we have a script here which tells a lot about the system info. So the PHP script that's being used. So overall, this is a pretty good vulnerability test, and we've got a lot of things we could try to exploit. Hi team, we're going to go ahead and use a web application called WebScarab. Okay, WebScarab allows us to post or change the post, intercept if the proxy set. That's the first thing we're going to check. So we're going to go look at proxy listener. The default for WebScarab is to be proxy. We're going to listen on it. Proxy 127.0.1. So if we can set somebody's proxy address to that, we can basically, if we have an exploit that can set the proxy on their browser, then we are already set. Now let's go ahead and hit the window key and load up Iceweasel. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do loading up the port that we want. We got to make sure that Iceweasel, let's just assume that we had everything set to what we needed as far as the proxy server for the browser, for Iceweasel or whichever browser. I'm looking here, I'm going to go to Networks, Configuration Settings, set to the address and also the port that I need already. So that means that anything that runs through here is going to go be routed to that proxy server, and we'll be able to listen in on it. So I'm going to go to that. This is our Metasploit 2 server already up and running. And look, it already is intercepting it. I want to intercept request. I'm not going to intercept responses. No, I'm not going to intercept responses. I'm just going to go ahead and, so there's nothing here. This is just the initial packet that it was sent. We're going to go ahead and accept it. So now we're into Metasploit, and then we're going to go ahead and click on, we're going to refresh that, and here it's going to allow us to, we're going to go transform into the Git, and we're going to set changes allowed to run. Let's refresh it one more time. Okay, it's the raw Metasploit, it's just the beginning. We're also going to intercept responses. Let's go ahead. Okay, so let's do that. We can now change the text to whatever we like. So here we go. There is no Theoden here. Gandalf the Grey. Put that in the title. And put that in also on the top. We'll take out Metasploit, and we'll just do a regular H1 tag so that there's no denying we were here. Okay, we're going to go ahead and run and accept those changes. Bam, there we go. now it just showed how we can intercept and change what's going to be on their website, all from having the proxy and running WebScarab. Hi team, we're going to go ahead and use a web application analysis, but also exploitation with a tool called OASP-ZAP, or Z proxy attacks. We're going to allow that to boot up. We're going to let that fully initialize, and after that's done, we're going to start a whole brand new. We're going to also be listening. We're going to utilize our browser, hit the window key, open up IceWeasel, and we're going to go to our Metasploit server. So I'm just going to, on my non-VM screen, hit the Windows key, and I'm going to go to Metasploit. I notice that it's 168.148.33. I'm going to open up a notepad and copy that out. I'm going to go back here and I'm going to go right into it. Now I've already set my proxy settings, so we should be good to go. That ran really fast. Now I'm going to go to Matilde, and I'm going to log in register. So now I'm going to go back to this, and oh look, it's already been capturing data. There's already alerts that it's found. Let's see what's if we can look for some more alerts. Let's take so what it's doing right now, it's going on our site and this folder index.php. It's what's got right here, but we're going to have it and also we're going to add more tabs in the view. So, but just in case we find we want to use one of those, we're going to active scan. See, it's going to use that and the folder. Alright, let's see how. Oh, looks like we're already getting. See, the red flags symbolize for a higher alert. Looks like it did all the scans it can on that page. So let's look at the alerts that we came across as we did that. Got one of those. Alright, what's it saying here? You know, let's do one other thing. Let's just try to access the username. Hi team, we're moving on with using iSpring as our recorder, which has been a big help. Can't plug for that enough, but we're actually going to cover a vulnerability that is called Skipfish. Skipfish is, I wish I would have used this one first, but the nature of the assignment had us do other things first. But with Skipfish, you can start to, and let me just show you the command that I use to run it. I use this command, skipfish 0. It's going to export everything. Run skipfish. It's going to export everything to a folder called 202, and it's going to pull it. And this is the address of my Metasploit 2 server. So this is going to be running. This could take up to an hour. It could take minutes. It all depends on what it's finding. But it's digging through the whole site, looking for vulnerabilities and exploits, and places that you can start to attack. And I will go ahead and have it cut off right there. And let's see what it finds. So just Control C to stop anything. User aborted, but let's go see what happened. So it kicked out in folder 202 in the index folder. And what do we have here? We have a lot of different things that we can start to try to take advantage of. So it's going to load that up, but this is some things that I was trying to use the Matilda, but look, it's saying. Hi team, for our final web vulnerability test, we're going to go and use something that I found not like in the main web application analysis, but through internet search, and also through it's called Grabber. Now Grabber, it's here's the thing, Grabber takes a long time. It, according to Kali's tools, WebGrabber, it does cross-site scripting, SQL, file inclusion, backup. It does so much, but it tests every individual SQL injection that it takes time. It takes a lot of time and can be run in the background. The great part about Grabber is that it's, if you exit it, it'll pick back up from where you left off. Right now we're going to use the command for Grabber for specifically for one page, and we're only going to be looking up, we're going to go spider of one depth, and we're going to be looking for SQL injections. So I'm going to go ahead and execute that, and look, it's already going off the previous results that I've been running for 5 or 10 minutes trying to figure out how this tool works. And it's just going to start right there and see if it can find some exploits. So this tool it's robust. I'm going to stop it right here, and I'm going to come back. If I get any exploits that happen, I will show them, but I'm just going to let it almost to run overnight, and then I will come back with the result after it's run for a long time. Okay, team, so I just finished up this program, Grabber, and it looks like we came at the end, and it says that there's some different security things at the end here. These cookies, they show hints that we could explore later. We could look at those. So this is a great tool to see if you can exploit SQL. Like we just looked at the SQL injections, but other cross-site scripting as well. That's our final tool we're going to be exploring.